If you ever ask yourself, why isn't my manifestation showing up yet? This is probably the missing layer. It's not that you're doing something wrong, it's that you're manifesting from the surface. You're focusing on the thing instead of the why. When I understood this, my energy stopped chasing and started flowing. Because when your manifestation has a purpose, it's no longer about needing, it's about meaning. And meaning moves mountains. By the way, this is step 3 of my 90 days to change your life sprint, the why, and we're going to use my waterfall framework. If you ever said, I want this so badly, why isn't it happening yet? The answer might be in your why. When we manifest from lack, from I need this to feel whole, I need this to feel this, the universe mirrors that same energy back. Need. But when your desire has a deeper why, it becomes magnetic. This isn't about convincing yourself that you're positive or that you're worthy. It's about understanding what you're really trying to feel and creating that feeling now. The truth about the why is most of us think we want things, the money, the partner, the house. But what we actually want is the feeling that we think those things will give us. We think money will make us feel safe, love will make me feel chosen, success will make you feel worthy. But here's the catch. If you don't already feel safe, chosen, or worthy within yourself, nothing external will hold that feeling for long. Money is just an amplifier. A relationship is just a mirror. They expand what it's already inside of you. So the real question isn't how do I get it, but why do I want it? Because when your why is clear, when it comes from alignment instead of fear, then everything else will start flowing. And I learned this the hard way. For years, it looked like I had my life together. I was in a long-term relationship. I had a stable job. I wasn't broke. I was doing fine. But on the inside, I was constantly anxious. I felt unseen in my relationship. I felt unfulfilled in my work. And no matter how much I made, I still lived paycheck to paycheck. Everything I thought I wanted, the relationship, the stability, the security, was supposed to make me feel happy, grounded, loved, and instead I just felt empty. That's when I realized I didn't actually want those things. I wanted what I thought they would make me feel. The peace, the freedom, the confidence, the love. And that's when I started doing this work, the mindset, the manifestation work that helped me rebuild from the inside out. That's where the waterfall comes in. It's the framework that I use to find the deeper purpose behind any desire and to manifest from meaning and not from need. Each layer is going to build on the one before it, from your outer world or the environment that you live in into your inner world or the purpose that it's fueling it. When you climb the waterfall, you will stop manifesting from ego and start manifesting from essence. Now, here's the thing most people get wrong. When they're trying to manifest using logic, they analyze who they are right now instead of imagining who they'd be if it already happened. The waterfall starts from the end scene, the lake, the version of you who is already living in your end desire. And from there, we will climb upwards layer by layer to understand the mindset, the habits, and the energy that naturally exists in that reality. You're not working to become her, you're studying how she already operates. So if your end scene is running a successful business, you're not going to describe yourself as tired, inconsistent, I'm just a procrastinator. That's the old timeline. If we ask ourselves, if I were already a successful CEO, how would I behave? How would I think? What would I believe about money, about time, about success? If you're manifesting love, your beliefs wouldn't sound like, no one chooses me. They're going to sound like, of course I'm loved. Of course I'm chosen. Of course connection is safe. The waterfall is built from that version of you, not the one that you're escaping from. So when you climb your own waterfall, start from the version who's already there, the one who's calm, secure, certain that everything worked out. And we're going to study the world, the habits, the thoughts, the beliefs, and the energy that trickle down into that current day. We're going to start from the bottom, the lake, climb up our way up to the source so we can then let it flow naturally. So down in the lake, we have environment. This is our manifested scene. This is a physical reality, what your life looks like once the manifestation is already here. So try to picture, where are you living? Who is around you? What does your space feel like? Is it financial freedom? If it's financial freedom, maybe you see yourself waking up in a beautiful home, sun coming through the window, your inbox full of opportunities and businesses. The environment is the end scene that you're creating. So I want you to describe that in detail. Where are you? What do you see? What do you hear? What do you smell? What do you touch? Who is there with you? What is happening? If you're manifesting a relationship, would be, I'm cooking dinner with my husband in our cozy kitchen, our window is open, our dog is sleeping by the door, music is playing. Right above our environment, we have behaviors. What you're doing daily in that reality. These are the things that you do in the reality, like your habits, your routines, your body language, how you speak, how you respond. If you're manifesting wealth, maybe you start your days early, calmly, making decisions from ease, not from panic. You follow through. Your environment is created by your behavior, your consistent actions that you take or you avoid. So how are you showing up there? What are your daily habits, your routines, your reactions in your choices? If you're manifesting a relationship, it could be, I am calm, affectionate, organized. We go on walks together. I express love easily. On top of behaviors comes skills, your growth edge. This is the version of you that had to grow to hold that reality. So what are your strengths? What's your focus? What emotional maturity made this life possible? Maybe you learned discipline with money. Maybe you learned patience in relationships. Maybe you developed self-trust, communications, resilience. Your behaviors will only rise to the level of your skills. So what skills, strengths, or capabilities have you developed in you to make this life possible? This is the step that bridges action and belief. It's the part of you that had to expand for that new reality to feel natural. Above skills comes belief and values. This is your truth and what matters most, the filters behind everything you do. Your beliefs decide what feels possible, and your values decide what is worth it. You might value success, but if you feel that money is evil or that wealth makes people greedy, your behavior will just self-sabotage. So we shift the story. It is safe to receive more. I can be generous and rich. My time matters more than my hustle. This is where mindset means manifestation, because your beliefs shape your skill, which shape your behavior, which shape your environment. What do you believe about yourself and your life in your end state? Love is safe. I'm so fully supported. Everything works out for me. What principles or feelings guide your choices? Be peace, essence, laughter, loyalty. The value creates the emotional signature that it's going to sustain your manifestation. Above beliefs and values comes identity, who you are being. Now, who are you in that reality? This is your I am. I am a grounded woman. I am a CEO that builds from ease. I am the partner who brings peace into the home. Identity is what everything below it's organized around. You can't behave differently if you still think of yourself as the same person. But identity can be redesigned. You're not fixed. You're always evolving. So every time you say, I am, you're giving your subconscious an order. So who are you in that life? I'm a grounded person. I'm a loving partner. I'm a powerful creator. That's going to define your energetic frequency. And on top of identity, we find our purpose, our bigger why. And this is the top of the waterfall. This is the purest why. It's not about saving the world or having a huge mission, but about meaning. What is this all for? Why do you want wealth? Maybe to feel free, but also to give back, to create beauty, to live joyfully. Why do you want love? Maybe it's to model what healing connection looks like. Why do you want health? Maybe it's so you can serve and shine. Your purpose gives your manifestation oxygen and is going to keep you inspired but unattached. So, why does this desire exist beyond you? To show others that love is safe, to build a life where peace and joy overflow into others' lives. This purpose is going to turn your manifestation from wanting to serving. And then comes the cascade down again. From this deep alignment, you simply flow back down. Your purpose naturally shapes your identity, which anchors your values, which strengthens your beliefs, which expands your potential. It will refine your behaviors and it will transform your environment. No forcing needed. Let's run this other example. In an ideal reality, you wake up in your beautiful home. The morning light hits your desk. Your inbox is full of opportunities. You check your sales. You sip your coffee. You're proud of what you've built. What is your behavior? You start the day early, inspired, grounded. You follow a simple but intentional morning routine. Your journaling, your workout, your coffee. You plan strategically. You delegate. You celebrate your wins. You're consistent. You show up without burnout because your energy is balanced. You've developed that emotional resilience, that self-discipline, the focus. You know how you can handle growth, money, visibility. You learn to trust your own decisions and you recover quickly from setbacks. What does that say about your beliefs and your values? Now you're someone who believes success comes easily when I'm aligned. Money flows to me through the things that I love doing. I'm capable of handling abundance. I don't have to prove my worth to earn more. And what are your values in this reality? Freedom, creativity, integrity, generosity. You value time over hustle. You value your authenticity over your image. And what is the identity? I am relaxed, powerful creator. I'm a CEO who operates from ease. I'm someone who builds empires that feels like home. And what is the purpose? To inspire others to live abundantly without burnout, to create opportunities, generosity, and beauty in the world, to show that success can be soft, ethical, and fulfilling. So see how that purpose fits your identity, which refines your beliefs, which fuels your behaviors, which shapes your environment into that exact reality that you visualized. So we start by daydreaming the scene or our ideal environment. We climb up the waterfall to find out who we are inside that life and why it matters and how it serves something bigger. And once that is clear, we just let the flow return downward and allow our outer world to rearrange.